What's up, my YouTube family? I feel like a bit weird, but I'm gonna take my jumper off because it just got really hot. Whew! And this is the look going on today. Okay, so welcome everybody to my channel. My name is Rebecca-Louise. If you are not already following me on social media and you want to check out what it is I got going on, it's Rebecca-Louise Fitness, and we actually have a podcast Instagram too. Pretty fancy. It's It Takes Grit podcast. I've got Penny with me today. She has been joining me for a couple of the videos lately. She's had a nice long walk this morning, so you should be sleeping all the way through this. She looks at me a little bit nonchalant half the time. So please subscribe to this channel. We have got so many videos for you, workouts, motivation, nutrition. So if you are just joining us for the first time, I welcome you, and I'm so excited that you are part of our community. Okay, so we are gonna get going with this week's podcast. Woo! I feel like I need to be flying an aeroplane with these. Delta landing at 152 left. Okay, so let's get going. What's up? How is everybody doing today? Well, I am excited because my mum is in town. She has been helping me clean up my patio. She is helping me put my stuff away from my trip to Japan. So she's been very useful. I have actually sent her out right now. I was talking about this on my last podcast, but I'm filming 2 in one day. I've sent her out to go and relax and get a nice tan on the beach. So she's over there. She's got a bit of a coughing fit going on, so she wasn't quite the right person to have in my house while I'm trying to record a podcast for you guys. And it's funny, this week is a really cool podcast. It's called It Takes Being Told No. I used to hate being told no. Like rejection, how I would feel. I mean, so many things about being told no is like horrible. I get that. It's like the worst feeling. You do not want to be told no. Rejection. You don't want to be told no by a boyfriend. You don't want to be dumped. Like, you don't want to be told no in a job. As a kid, you don't want to be told no, you can't have sweets. As I've got older, I've actually come to really love the word no. And I want to share with you guys how you can start to love the word no and really embrace it and see how you can use it to your advantage. And this is what's really exciting, because so many times in my life I've been told no. I was dropped from the South of England hockey team at 16 years old, so I was told no, I wasn't good enough. I came back the year after and played the best game of hockey in my whole entire life, still to be told no, because there was a little bit of politics about how many people from my hometown club could actually play for the South of England. So I got there for 1 year, but because of politics, I got told no. My ballet teacher, some of you know this story, when I was 15 years old, she said, if you do really well at this exam, I will let you do this exam. So I was like, okay, great. So I got top grades in that exam, and guess what? She then said no, that I couldn't do this other exam. I'm like, what? You just told me that if I did well in this exam, I would be able to do well in this exam. I would be able to take this exam. And now you're telling me no. Countless auditions I have been to, and I'm actually looking back now and I'm thinking about some of these dance auditions that I went to when I was definitely not good enough, and it's no surprise that I got no. Like, I remember doing choreography to this one movie that was coming out. It was for Russell Brand, and it was in his movie Get Into the Greek. And it's that bit where he does that dancing, and it's actually really rude at the end what they say. But I went for an audition for that, and I stuck out like a sore thumb. It was, oh my goodness, it was embarrassing. So I was told no by so many different casting agencies, different managements. I've been dropped from 7 different managers because they're like, oh, we don't know where we'll put you. You're not right for us, blah, blah, blah. So being told no over the last 10 years has been it's been my weekly thing, because when you're gonna put yourself out there, you're gonna get no's. That is just part of the whole thing. That's just life, right? But I go, the more no's I get, the more yeses I get. Because if you ask 100 people something, most of them are gonna say no. Hey, do you wanna do this? Hey, do you wanna buy this? Hey, like, would you hire me for this? But if I asked 100 people and 80 people said no, I'm gonna have 20 yeses. But if I only ask 10 people, 8 people say no, and I'm only gonna have 2 yeses. So what is better, getting 20 yeses or 2? Hello? It's gonna be 20, right? So the more no's you get, the better. You're like, yay, I got another no today. Embrace that. I got a no when I asked my old YouTube channel if they would be prepared to work with me again. They weren't filming any videos. They weren't even doing the channel. Like, they weren't, and they're still not doing anything. So I reached out to them and I said, hey, can we work together? I will film free videos for you. I just want to get back on the channel. I want to tell all my audience where I am. And I had lawyers, PR, management, my own team, all try and reach out to them. And they all said no. They were trying to sell it for like $2 a subscriber. And I'm like, I don't have $6.4 million to spend on a YouTube. I don't even have $6.4 million. And if I had that, maybe if I had like 20 million just out of my own ego, I'd want to buy Exit back. But yeah, anyway, they told me no, they didn't want to work with me. And I felt so like hurt because I built the channel. I was their trainer. Everybody wanted me back. And here they are telling me no. Like, that hurts so bad. So I get it, rejection hurts. And one thing my manager said, well, a manager that I had, I don't know, like 2 years ago, they told me no to building an app. They said I wasn't ready. They said that it wouldn't work. They said I didn't have enough subscribers, blah, 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 blah. They all said no. Did I listen? No, the answer is no, I didn't listen. Because just because somebody said no to me doesn't mean to say that I wasn't prepared to do it anyway. You are gonna get so many people say no. That's okay. Guys, it's okay when people say no. I've also had personal things with people saying no. So maybe friends not going into business together. Friends who didn't want to join my business. That hurt. When you're like, hey, like all my friends, like let's do this together. And they're like, no. You're like, oh God, that hurts so hard. But it's not personal. It's just that they don't want to do that. But still it hurts, I understand. Anyone ever had a boy or a girl say no to them while you're dating? You're like, hey, like, should we be boyfriend and girlfriend? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're not on that same page. Okay, no problem. I think one time, I went out for like drinks with a guy, and we were getting in a taxi afterwards, and the taxi guy was like, oh, like, yeah, let your girlfriend in. And like, he was like, she's not my girlfriend. I'm like, okay, he didn't need to know that. Like, it's fine. This guy's a taxi guy. Nobody knows that we're boyfriend and girlfriend. And actually, you should be very proud that I even would consider to be your girlfriend. So yeah, that kind of sucked. That didn't feel great. Being told off as a kid. You know, when you're like, hey, I want to go out tonight. I want to hang at the park. I want to like do this. And my mom would be like, no, like you're not just going to hang at the park. Like, what even is that? So I got told no as a kid. That's pretty much what we get told if you want to go out and do something. And okay, one story. Me and my best friend, and I've known my best friend for, I think, 20 years. We met when we were 10. And the first time that we went to the cinema together, our parents were pretty strict and they wouldn't let us go to the one in town. They wouldn't let us go to the regular cinema in town. So we had to go to the fancy cinema, which was more secure. However, the film that we wanted to see wasn't on. The film that we wanted to go and watch, the cool one, wasn't available. So we had to go and see a movie called Chocolat, which had subtitles, was about this Belgium chocolate factory, like definitely not one a 12-year-old wants to go and see. So I got told no to go and see the Cool movie, and unfortunately that meant that I had to go and see Chocolat. And it's been a great story ever since. So even though I got told no, there was a great story out of it. I've had ideas at work where I've maybe suggested something. I used to work for a bank, and they've told me no. They've said like, oh no, your idea doesn't work. No, I don't really like that. I've got no's when people want to be your friend at school. You want to get into the cool gang. I've had people say like, no, you're not cool enough to be in the cool gang. So whether it's been personal, whether it's been like emotional, or whether it's been business or work or relationships, there is all areas of your life that things are going to happen where there's a no. That's just, I'm going to let you into a secret. That is just life. So I'm going to give you a few tips on dealing with no's. Number one, getting a no is not a no forever. It's no right now. So just change that no to temporary hold. Pending. That's a good one. Call it pending. It's not a no. It's just someone pending. And remember, why are you asking someone something? It's not necessarily because you're getting them to say yes. It's because you are, you're sharing a message maybe. That could all it be. Just sharing a message or sharing a product or sharing your thoughts. And if somebody says no, you're not going to stop doing that just because you got somebody who disagreed with you. That's crazy. So it's not, and plus, they might change their mind. So if you then go and change your mind because you're like, oh, everybody else is saying this, well, what's going to happen? You're going to be in a situation where you've changed your ideas to fit somebody else's, and then they go and change their ideas, and you're like, what? I'm not even following what I want to follow. So it's not a no forever. It's just a no right now, and it's pending. Number two, if you want something so badly, like so much, that no doesn't matter. That no isn't important. It's just a temporary diversion. So it's like, right, I'm going down this road. I got told no. How do we go about it somewhere else? Right now, I'm trying to work with a company to do something overseas and create some sort of collaboration. Now, the idea, first of all, was to do a big fit camp. That's not going to be possible to 5 to 7 years. So instead of doing the fit camp, I still want to work with them. So let's take a look at another angle. Am I disappointed that that isn't happening? Yes. However, I think there's a bigger vision. There's something even more incredible we can do. And when you start to think about it like that, you don't get disappointed. The universe is just testing you. Number 3, the universe is just testing you to see how much you want this. Because if it was that easy, and as I was saying, the universe is just testing you to see how much you want it. And what you guys who are listening on the podcast didn't see was that my camera charger died. My camera was telling me no. So because this also goes out on YouTube, I also film the podcast. So sometimes it's technology telling you no. And if you're watching YouTube, then you will see that I'm now joined by Alfie, my other dog. So, the universe is telling me, no, Rebecca, we're not ready for you to keep on filming, but instead we are going to let you come back and Sir Alfie is going to be able to join you. So, you know what? Sometimes things happen, and in fact, they always happen because something better is just around the corner. So, let's continue to where we were. Now we've got Alfie involved as well. So, it's just the universe testing you on how much you want something. Because life is like this. You're kind of walking along, everything is looking great, and then boom, out of nowhere, something happens. Something puts you back. And all you need to think about is it's just a test that you have to pass. Now, where I see most people go wrong is that something bad happens to them, they don't get a result straight away, somebody says no, and it's the end of their dream. I'm like, are you serious? Like, are you seriously giving up on your dream because like somebody said no? Or like you got a rejection? Like, why did you start this in the first place? You started it because you wanted to be successful, because you wanted to share your message, because you wanted to do well at something. You don't just quit because somebody gave you a little bit of like aggravation to make it possible. Like, that's crazy talk. Yes, it is. Alfie's pouring at me. So allow the universe just to be there to send little reminders to see how much you want something. It's just there to test you, to see if you are really deserving of the next level. That's how I think of it. Like, I want to be tested. I want people to say no. I want things to go wrong because I know it's preparing me to be able to go to the next level. It's 100% preparing me to go to where I need to be able to achieve my goals. So think like, yes, something tested me today. It must mean the universe thinks that I'm ready for that next step. And you have to choose if you take it on or if you decide that it's going to get the better of you. Are you going to take it on or is it going to get the better of you? I want you guys to take it on. Yes, take on that challenge. Pass those tests that the universe sends out to you. Because when you do, it's going to get easier and easier in your life when things happen to you. Okay, number 4, next thing. It's not personal. Well, it's not always personal, because I guess if you're in a relationship and someone wants to dump you, it's pretty personal. But sometimes in life, it's not personal. And even if you're in a relationship and somebody breaks up with you, you might be the most amazing person. You might be the most beautiful person in the world. You might be so kind. You might have everything going for you. But you are just not the right fit for that person. That's it. And so really, it's like, it's nothing personal that you're bad. It's just that what they are looking for isn't you. And that's okay. So in life, when we get told no, we go, oh, it's like, it's so personal. It's so like gut-wrenching and in your heart and in your soul. And you're just like, why me? And instead of thinking, why me? Think, this is for me. I wasn't supposed to be in that relationship. I wasn't meant to have that job. I wasn't supposed to have this person in my team. All of these things make such a difference in how you are day to day when you don't take things so personally that it's about you. Okay? Number 5, no and being told no is part of life. Oh yeah, guys, you gotta get used to it. Especially if you want to become successful. You've got to embrace those no's. This is what I love, and I don't think people understand this, is that from the outside world, you think, wow, it's so great. You know, you get to do this, and you're on Instagram, and blah, blah. The amount of times I have been told no for something is probably more times in a year than some people in a lifetime. And that's not saying like, oh, look at me, I've just had all of these no's. As I've put myself out there, it is scary and it's nerve-wracking and there is fear. I think the fear is bigger of not accomplishing what you want to achieve rather than the fear of somebody saying no. Because at the end of the day, someone saying no is just their opinion. It doesn't mean to say it's true. Sometimes I'm going with this podcast. People like it. Some people don't like it. That's okay. Most people do like it, to be honest, which is great. But the people's opinions that maybe don't like my workout videos or don't even like me or don't like my dog Alfie, like it's not true. And so when you're thinking about other people's opinions, like it doesn't have to be true. And only if you think it is, are you going to allow that in. So when someone said, oh, like, I don't like your workouts or whatever, I'm like, I don't really care. I love my workouts. I really enjoy them. I love putting them out there. I love filming them. So I don't really care because I love it. And then the last thing is to learn from it. Like, learn what you did in the past that can change things in the future. Because maybe you're getting the same response. Maybe you're getting these no's over and over and you're not changing or adapting. So it's okay to like get rejection and be turned down for things, but if you feel like you're kind of getting no's from the same like people and the same response, this might be an opportunity for you to kind of mix things up a bit, give it a different approach, learn what worked before and maybe what's not working, and go with the things where you're getting attraction, where you're getting reaction. That's the biggest thing, is that you've got to learn from what you can do differently in the future. And that's really exciting. Like, I love that. I love that I'm like, ooh, like back in the day, I would have spoken like this and I didn't get what I wanted, or I didn't get the result. But, you know, hang on a second, if I change and I speak this way and I learn, then guess what? Things start to change and you start to get things in a different way. And so all of that comes with just practice and doing it. And on my last podcast, I talked about being consistent. And consistency is so key to any success, and consistently getting no's is going to help you consistently get yeses. So it's okay if you get no's. In fact, I want you to embrace them. I want you to collect them all day long. I want you to use them as fuel to be able to get to where you want to be. And that's the other thing, is like use the no's as fuel. Use it to be like, well, I'm gonna show you, or like, you told me no, you'll regret that. I'm gonna go this way and I'm gonna make it happen. Use that. That's okay to have that burning desire so deep within your soul that you're like, this person said no, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna prove them wrong. And it's okay if that is your fuel and that is your fire. And just really take a moment today to be like, are you getting enough no's? Are enough people telling you no? I challenge you to get more no's. To get people who you tell your ideas to and they're like, no, that would never work. I encourage you to get 5 of those this week. I want you to go out there and get a bunch of no's, because you're gonna tell somebody your idea and someone's gonna turn around and be like, oh my goodness, that's amazing, like you should totally do it, and like, I'm in. But if you don't ever express that, and if you don't ever go out in the world and share with people what your message is, then you're really restricting the success that you can have for not only you, but your family as well. So in our core values that we talked about in being consistent, having this positive environment, having this community of people who are committed to excellence, who want to get better 1% every single day, who are made to do more, who don't judge each other for things they've done in the past. Like, these are our core values. And I hope that you would agree that this is something that you want to be part of, that you want to feel like you are enclosed in this amazing community, and you are. We are all here for you. Life is happening with or without your control, and you know, the decisions that you make daily are going to make an impact on what happens to you in the rest of your life. So thank you so much for joining me today. I've got the 2 dogs who finally finished. Oh, I've just had a big sigh from Penny. She is very exhausted. She's listened through to 2 podcasts today. Of course, leave us a review if you liked it. You can head on over to my website, Rebecca-Louise.com, where you can actually sign up for a webinar that I have that teaches a little bit more about 3 things I did to start my business. So if you go over to Rebecca-Louise.com /coaching, all the details will be up there, where you can get a free webinar. And there's going to be a great coaching course where you and I will get to work together on a few things, if that's what you like to do. Like, if you're like, no, Rebecca, I don't want to hear your voice anymore, it's too much, then no problem, you don't have to listen to me. But if you do, there is a coaching program available after that webinar. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful, powerful rest of your week. Go and collect all those no's, and I will see you next week on It Takes Grit. Well, there you have it, guys. You have these 2. Oh, grumpy pants Alfie. Well, if you've got any comments for me, Alfie, or Penny, then please just put it in the comments below. We love hearing from you. You can actually follow Alfie. You've got some sleepy dust in your eye here. not too happy about getting the sleepy dust out. Alfie is also on Instagram, Sir Alfie. And we will see you guys next week. Don't forget, the new workout comes out on Monday. Bye guys.